Hello, today we're going to talk about earned value. The question is, what is earned value and is it important? Do I need to have earned value prowess before I manage projects as a project manager? Well, the answer to the second question is no. Many project managers do not use earned value and do not know about earned value. However, depending on the nature of work you do as a project manager, you may need to know about earned value. Case in point, I was in a well-known defense and space company, aerospace firm as well, and I needed to know earned value to do my job. In fact, earned value was what I did daily. So earned value for many people is part of their job. For others, it's not. So what is earned value? In my definition, I say earned value is a way of measuring project performance using three metrics: work planned within a time frame, we call that planned value; work accomplished within that time frame, called earned value itself, EV; and actual costs spent on that work within the time frame, known as AC. Wikipedia goes a step further and says earned value management, or earned value performance management, is a project management technique for measuring project performance and progress in an objective manner. And the PMI define earned value as earned value analysis compares the performance measurement baseline to the actual schedule and cost performance. Earned value management integrates the scope baseline with the schedule baseline, the cost baseline with the schedule baseline, to form the performance measurement baseline, PMB. So that is a little bit of background, but let's go a step further and make this very pragmatic. Think about a project where you have been asked to paint a wall. This is the wall right here. And you are asked by management how much this will cost. Well, in order to know how much it costs, you're going to have to break it down into sections. And breaking it down into sections is going to better help you. So assuming you break it down as follows, let's use a square. And we have 4 quadrants for this project. Let's say we break it down into 4 quadrants. And it's not exactly all together there. Probably need to shift that around a little bit, but you kind of get the idea. Let's see if we can move that. All right, so you have 4 quadrants. Quadrant 1, quadrant 2, quadrant 3, and quadrant 4. And assume you've given an estimate for each of these quadrants at $10,000. That amount that you have estimated, that you have said for quadrant 1, we'll get the project done at this amount, we're going to call that planned value. So you've got a planned value, and that planned value is $10,000. Okay? Now assume the planned value for every piece in this job was $10,000. So for the first quadrant it's 10,000, second quadrant 10,000, third quadrant 10,000, and the last quadrant 10,000. We call this the planned value for each time period. Time period 1 planned value is 10,000. Time period 2 planned value is 10,000. Same for time period 3 and time period 4. All right. Now let's say you begin working on this project and you have this work for day 1. Let's assume that at the end of day 1, you accomplish a given amount of work, and this is what the work you accomplish looks like. Let's say you accomplish all of this, and I'm going to shade it so that you got an idea of what exactly I'm talking about. You get done with all of this shaded area. What does this show you? This shows you that you got a lot of the work done, but not all of it. You got 75% of the work done. That amount of work you got done can be quantified. And we're going to quantify it by saying we got 75% of the work accomplished, or 3/4 of the work accomplished for day 1. So I'm going to introduce you to another metric. We're going to call this earned value. Earned value is the percent complete times the planned value. And if we do that, we have the earned value being equal to 75% times 10,000. What do we get? 0.75 times 10 gives you 7.5 thousand. What this is showing you is that you got $7.5 thousand, $7,500 worth of work done for the very first day. However, you planned to get more done, but you only got this done. The next piece of the equation is how much money did you spend? And this is typically given to you, or you glean it from the records on the project. So we're going to say in this example, the actual cost, assume we spend $12,000. Why did we spend $12,000? Many reasons. Why do projects go over budget? Delays, force majeure, many reasons. But this helps us keep track on our performance from a schedule perspective and a cost perspective. So there are three overarching metrics we're going to use here really quick. We have the schedule performance index. The schedule performance index is earned value divided by planned value. We have the schedule variance, and that is earned value minus planned value. We have the cost performance index, which is earned value divided by actual cost. And we have the cost variance, which is earned value minus actual cost. Now, if you take these numbers from our question and plug them in, what you're going to have is the schedule performance index, which is going to be the earned value of 7.5 divided by the planned value of 10, and that's going to give you 0.75. What does that mean? That means that you're only 75% efficient schedule-wise. In other words, it's 25% of schedule that's missing, and you can see that. The next one is the schedule variance. Now, this has to be in dollars. It has to be in the currency you're using. So if we say $7.5 thousand minus $10,000, you're going to get minus $2.5 thousand. That means you are $2.5 thousand behind schedule. And you can see that from the image. That little square is valued at 2.5. You got 7.5 done, but you're missing 2.5. So you can actually see how this is. Let's copy from here for our next one. So the schedule performance index is that. The cost performance index is going to be 7.5 divided by 12, because we're dealing in thousands, and thousands will cancel thousands. Now let's very quickly do 7.5 divided by 12, and we get 0.625. So over here, we're going to put 0.625. And as far as the cost variance, we're going to do the same thing, put the numbers in there. We're going to use 7.5 thousand minus 12,000. And for this, we have negative 4.5 thousand. So let's take a closer look at what these mean. Schedule performance index, we know what that is. Schedule variance, we know what that is. Cost performance index shows you that for every dollar you're spending, you're only getting 62.5 cents worth of work done. So imagine how management would like to hear about that. You're spending $1, you're only getting 62.5 cents. Not good. So you are over budget. That's what that means. The schedule performance index, anything less than 1 means you are behind schedule. So less than 1 in the indices is bad. And anything negative in the variances is also bad. So here we can see the cost variance is negative $4.5 thousand. And what that means is you are over budget. You are over budget and you got a problem. All right. So I know it takes a little bit of time to go through this stuff. I hope this helps you. Hopefully we'll have another session where we go over earned value in more detail. You take care, and I will speak to you soon. We're out of time. Thanks for your audience. I hope this answers your question. Bye for now.